Oh, it's live, House.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
You never came looking for me to prove that you're the baddest. So, I've come looking for you to prove you're not.
All over the country, people have been asking me, why, Eddie, why?
Week after week, trying to make me look like a jackass.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy. I'm home.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3CT. We are live. It is Thursday, May the 2nd, 2024. Glad to be back with you here for another one. And yeah, don't adjust your sets. I'm back. Taking the show back over. I guess Tim, exhausted from 2 weeks of hosting.
Jim's back?
I'm here. I'm here. Come on now. He's over it, I guess. He's just like, already over it, Ryan. You're just not. But make sure you check out our merchandise over at tpublic.com. Follow us on all of our social media at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You can hit the link tree and all of our social media for our Wrestler of the Week standings and everything else 3CT related. We still have the website. It is, I think, still somewhat functional to a degree, so you can check that out. Devin, checking in. What's up? Favorite group of people? You're in the wrong chat, Devin. We're your favorite group. He says, "Welcome back." Charlie says, "Look, you came back from Florida." Yes. I had to get out of there before the 2 week. I think after 2 weeks, you officially become a Republican. So I had to get out of there before I hit that 2 week mark. So
you can smell it in the air.
We are back and safe. Ryan,
You all right, girl?
Yeah, I am. Thanks for asking.
Good.
I wish I had something witty or a song lyric queued up, but I'm so ill prepared for this show. I didn't get a run sheet. I have no clue what we're covering.
That's not true. See,
yeah, I mean, Tim did a great job while you were gone. I have nothing.
I mean,
I don't even know who my wrestlers of the week are.
I mean, do we do that?
We don't really do that anymore, do we?
I don't think we really do that.
God,
you just go to our website or go to.
Although this week I saw the posts, like we all sent it in, and there was a lot of differences there. Like it was lot of different people.
People should go check that out.
Really nice. There was one glaring omission from yours, Jim, but you're such an Alberto Del Rio fan, you were upset to see him lose.
It's true. Yeah.
That's from the time spent in Florida, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Matt, how the hell are you?
Doing well. No complaints. Nice. The OG 3-person crew here. No Mark, I guess, so you don't have to listen to him stumble through Taylor Swift lyrics to start the show.
I mean, I'm sure he'll come in and wreck the show at some point. Like, let's be fair. But
less than a time. Are we talking 15 minutes into the show? Over under?
Before he gets in, let me take a minute to roast Mark since he's not here to defend himself. Since I saw he posted his collage of 100 different shirts he's worn to trivia. And my gripe is that there was a few instances where he had the same shirt. It was just a different color. I don't know if I accept that, especially when he was like, "Oh, here's my different shirt," and he was wearing his Today shirt, which he has 100% worn to trivia before yesterday.
But if it's a different color, it's a different shirt.
Yeah.
Right, like it's a physical, tangible shirt, and then he can look at the other. As long as he has two, I would count that as two.
Brings me to my next point of why is he buying multiple different colors?
Dude.
I mean,
got that Ocean City job
got the Ocean
location
City
money.
Career spot. Yeah.
Look, Matt,
true.
you can never have enough. Well, what did what that one possum shirt that he has? Well, it's like
That's okay.
The possum the possum ate his
himself.
lunch. Something.
So and
I'm
Cousin
fairly
Brian,
certain that's the shirt he wore to see Flo Rida in.
the
Was the
possum. one?
possum
I think
shirt?
so.
I'm fairly certain that was the shirt he wore.
Yeah,
That
I think
would
I remember
track.
seeing the picture, and I was just like, my God.
I'm also confused with Cousin Brian's remark that he's sipping on a Pine View Dairy Diet iced tea, like a jug of it.
I
Have you
mean,
seen the way Mark drinks iced tea?
That's true.
It runs
I mean,
in the family.
I would imagine it's a large cup with a straw, maybe. But
That's a
but yeah.
possum.
so yeah, it just
Well, anyway, I'm sorry that you're torturing yourself like that, Brian.
I scroll.
Awful iced tea.
I scrolled through the all the photos of Mark's shirts, and I almost asked him, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And then I thought to myself, "The hell's wrong with me that I'm sitting here scrolling to see the 100 different
True.
shirts?"
That's the you. That's the you thing.
Like that's the bitch of the thing. Is he sucked me right in, man? Like just
Well, initially he only shared 80 shirts, and he said that Facebook prevented him from the full 100, which again, I call BS on that. I won't take it back, Brian. Do better.
do better, he said. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, the problem is Mark says he has to work late, which his place of employment closes sometime between 6:18 and 9:22 every day.
It's about
Like,
true.
so you just never know when he's going to be done. I say he'll be in the show before 8:31. So between 8:26 and 8:31 is when he'll be in.
See, I'm trying to even find his shirt post. I have to scroll through like 18 different.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, if you don't catch Mark the moment it gets posted, you're
gone.
missing it.
It's gone.
And it's sad because he doesn't even have any clue. Like, I've referenced posts that he's made, and he's like, what are you talking about? Like, to share that many things
Well,
in a day.
it pings to us because like we catch one of them in the wild, whichever post Facebook decides to throw to us that moment, it catches us and we go, what in the
What is this shirt where he has the 6 pool ball on it? Is
That's I think that's a 6 shirt from WCW.
for
Okay.
real? Okay.
I believe that's yeah, I think that's an old WCW shirt.
That makes sense. But and I like I'm sitting there going like I was gonna ask him, do you really have all of these just saved on your phone? But then I remember I have seen Mark's phone.
Yeah.
And he has all of those just sitting there. He has so many.
We've gone to events with Mark, and we'll just see him do one of these. Like, Mark, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'll use that in a couple days.
Yeah.
Like, he's just loading up on like internet fodder for him to like just share multiple days down the road. Like, his mind is already.
He's planning.
This is going to be posted on May 7th at 3:00 in the afternoon.
And probably the most unnerving thing is if you say to him, hey, do you remember that one picture you posted on like the second Tuesday of November in 2008? And he goes, this one? It's like, mother, like, why do you know? Like, why do you have that on just
He is the Rain Man of interns.
He really
it's
is.
insane.
All right, so in this shirt, he has Bigfoot. It says Hide and Seek World Champion. And then he has a separate Bigfoot shirt that says Hide and Seek World Champion since 1967.
No, that was more specific.
I mean, so I mean, technically it's 2 different shirts, but like I feel like that is kind of cheating a bit. I'm kind of in Matt's camp a little bit, where it's like
here's one where he has a ghost that's saying "boo" with 1 thumbs down, but then there's also one where it's a ghost saying "boo" with 2 thumbs down.
Does the ghost have his thumbs down, or is he putting his thumbs
No,
down?
the ghost has 2 thumbs down in one, and 1 thumb down.
And
in
one
the
in
other.
Those are different shirts.
No,
Yeah,
you're,
they
you're
are.
right.
Yeah.
They absolutely are.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
As somebody who has,
But why would
absurdity-
you ever need? Why would you
Right,
need one of
both
those
of them.
shirts?
and again, I have multiple Notre Dame shirts. I have multiple Orioles shirts. So like,
Well, you're a fan of Notre Dame, and he's not a fan of Ghost saying "boo."
he's a fan of buying ridiculous shirts on TeePublic.
Imagine needing to own that many hangers and or drawers to house all of these fucking shirts.
Devin points out, "It's surprised we finally caught on that Mark cheats."
Oh, that's fair.
Wow, we know that.
But
He's just never not here, so we can pile on.
actually, us launching a TeePublic store is really what created this monster.
We have
It
ourselves
really
to
is.
blame.
Yeah.
Because then, like, we made like the first intern only Mark's shirt. I think was the first one.
Was it only Marks?
I think that was the
Only
first.
Marks was the first one. Well, no, it might have been the "Are You Serious" that got taken
Or that
down.
might have been that one, the Joker.
Yeah,
The not Joker. It was clearly not the Joker.
clearly not the Joker. Warner Brothers.
The Joker would say, "Why so serious?"
Yeah. And he looked much different than Mark did.
And then the non-Warner Brothers logo never gotten taken down.
Right? The upside down Warner Brothers logo
Fairly
is still
obvious.
there. The and then of course we had the whoever tattled on us to Hershey chocolate.
Yeah, man. We even had the Hershey Narc shirt. We could
We
have
did
made.
it.
He
We
did
did have
buy-
Hershey Mark.
He did buy several of the Hershey Mark shirts.
He
that
did.
he
He
made.
did.
Those
I
are
think
just
he had one in
100.
almost every color. I think of that one.
And he was like giving them away to people as gifts. Although
I think we should
I
just
never got
relaunch
one.
that one without the like the pinwheel thing.
You know what? We ought to just make money off of Mark. We need to make a giant pass holder T-shirt for him to buy for his entire family.
That's a great point.
yeah.
That is a
Because
great
he
point.
absolutely would.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I mean,
you know he'd wear it up there and somebody would ask and they would buy a shirt.
he
so
was
we just
giving
need
the
to make
Hershey
money
Mark
off of-
shirts away like candy when
Oh,
he
naturally.
still had them. Like
And
every
he
single
did get
person that
his-
worked at Funk Brewing got one.
He did get his army to buy the Today shirt as well.
He did.
Yeah.
So
He did. I don't own one.
I do not
own one.
I
do
own
not.
this godforsaken shirt, but not a Today shirt.
the old super chili.
The old super chili.
Now, boys, before we start jumping into any of the topics, I do want to point out I made a
Topics?
promise that I would bring back
There
the
it is.
title from.
How
from-
did you win it? How did you win it? Apparently, there wasn't a film crew there.
There wasn't a video. There was not a video. We lost the film crew. It was a horrible accident outside the outside Epcot.
It was the
But
Gators, wasn't it?
it was the Gators done got him. It's mating season, so
It was
of course-
DeSantis.
but it was actually. No, I got
One
Mike.
of the cameramen were gay. Couldn't bring him in. Sorry.
Well, they got Joe. They finally got him. They find out he was living there.
That's how Mike, I think, wanted from Joe.
That's how Mike wanted from Joe. He just called Ron, made
He had
a
to vacate it.
Sorry, folks. Florida's
No,
closed.
Mike and I played golf on Sunday, the first Sunday we were down there, and then we got invited back to the beautiful Grand Floridian, which is just a beautiful hotel down there. And Mike took a nap after the round of golf, and Ryan, you found out the hard way as well. You can't sleep when you're the
Can't be
24/7
napping.
champion. So I got a referee and made the pin, got the belt, and brought it back here to PA. Devin, there's not going to be any rematch. What do you mean rematch?
Devin, there's not a rematch at all.
There's no-
It's the 24/7 championship. Show it at Jim's door and take it.
yeah. I mean, if I have
This
the
is Big
title,
Jim ain't letting you in because you look like a freak, but show up at the door.
that's right. We got security monitoring the house now. So good
He's
luck
got
getting by
cameras.
that.
He'll know when you're coming.
Exactly. Yeah. See,
Maybe he'll sneak up on you at the Creed concert.
it's like the goddamn Jurassic Park. I'll see the fucking ripples in my water, and I know to run and hide. Dragging that thing all the way down.
Jim, that weird looking bastard's in the yard again. I'll get the hose. I'll get rid of him.
Get out of here, freak.
Devin squirrels back up into the tree house he built.
Neighbor's like, why is that guy building a tree house in our yard? Man, I don't mind him. He seems harmless. But there we go. So we brought the title back. Speaking of titles, the JS Hawthorne, I guess, has put out kind of this open challenge deal for the Three Legacies title.
Apparently, Bro doesn't get a shot anymore.
I mean, it's kind of bullshit, really. I mean,
Bro couldn't get the job done.
Well, but was he ever given a one? Did he have a one-on-one? I don't think he had a one-on-one, did he?
Well, he didn't. No, he lost it in a three-way.
Lost in a triple threat, and I think that there was a match down in Philly. It was like a fatal four-way, wasn't it?
There was a fatal four-way. Yep, defended and retained, and then there was another. It was another four-way. I believe a fatal four-way at the very last show. In the beginning, what was it called? Starts a new. I forget what the hell.
A new dawn.
Well, a new dawn came and a new dawn left, and Bro Keller couldn't get the job done again, and JS Hawthorne retains. It's fairly simple. I don't understand why I know you're a homer for Bro, but the guy's got how many chances?
I think it's kind of crappy, but like
pretty deep roster.
I saw they kind of put out this open challenge thing, and I know we've kind of been it was a one-on-one. Well, Bro, that kind of sucks, man. You probably should have gotten the job done down there. We lost a chance, but you know what? I think we've talked about it for a long time over the course of the show here, but I think I want a shot at this. Like, I don't know if it's like I'm energized after coming back from vacation, but I think I could take JS Hawthorne. I think I'm officially declare. I don't know how exactly I'm supposed to do this, but like I'm officially going to declare my desire to be the next challenger for the Three Legacies Heavyweight Championship. So JS Hawthorne, look out, man! I'm in.
Watch your back.
Watch your back, thespian.
There it is. I think you have to.
Do I got to cut this and submit it on the?
I think there's a video. Yeah, they're looking for like a promo video. They tweeted it out. You can go take a look at it. It's on their tweeters, on their social medias about dropping a video submission, and JS Hawthorne's going to look at. He's a thespian. He's a man of the theater. He's calling it an audition.
Oh,
fill out your audition, send it in.
I mean, I'll just use this. I don't know if it will qualify me enough, but
I don't know if it would. I think you can do better than this.
I don't know if I can, Ryan. I'll be 100% honest.
That's the fair point.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've pretty much. I'm actually almost gassed just with what I just did there. But
now let me ask you this: what if Bro Keller submits a video entry, and he's the only one? Does JS Hawthorne have to accept that?
One would think.
I would think then, Jim, if you and Bro Keller are the only two, he would accept you.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
We got to do it. Let's do some cutting. Let's do some editing. We'll edit me out of talking and just have you cut into everything you needed to say.
There we go. That's perfect. Let's do it. All right, let's get on here to what's Devin saying?
Nah, Jim's gonna get his ass whooped at the wrestling show. Nah, don't worry about it. They were asking if I should get tickets.
Devin, you've also been saying you're going to win a scorecard for like a year and a half, and you haven't done it when it matters. So
yeah, you suck, Devin.
What's going on, Shane? Speaking of the scorecards with the WWE Premium Live event coming up this
pay-per-view.
It's they're not pay-per-views, Ryan.
I know, and it's also not Twitter, but you call it Twitter.
I do call it Twitter because I refuse
just call it a fucking pay-per-view.
I refuse to bend the knee to Elon. So I won't do that, but I will call it a premium.
But
live.
You would bend the knee to Vince.
A
man of better character, apparently.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of to Triple H now.
Wow. No, you've been doing it well before Triple H came in.
Long before.
Well, I don't know about all of that. But head over to digital.prowrestlingscorecards.com, create your account, click on factions. You can join ours with the invite code 67AB85. I will also get a social media post out either today or tomorrow. Remember, the pay-per-view.
Thank you.
Is at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, so make sure you got to get your scorecards in a little bit early. So we will be previewing
in the afternoon. Fucking out of here.
We will be previewing that show coming up here in just a little bit. But get your scorecards in, join the faction. Even though we don't cover the Wrestler of the Week stuff on the show each and every week, it is still there on our social media, on our link tree. You can go check it out. Every so often, we'll dive in and check out at least where we're at.
You don't get to pick again, Devin, is what Jim's telling you.
Yeah, you never stood a chance anyway. But let's get to the news. All right. Fightful selects Sean Ross Sapp and Corey Brennan have reported that WWE ring announcer Mike Rome will be moving from the main roster to NXT. Rome previously had ring announcing duties for NXT from 2016 to 2019. After signing with the company in 2016, he then moved to Raw from 2019 to 2023. He's been on SmackDown since, but it looks like he is moving back to NXT. No word on what will happen to current NXT ring announcer Alicia Taylor. So something to watch there.
Slow news week, huh?
Pretty slow. I was like, because like we were going to talk about the draft, so I didn't want to like cover anything related to the draft. Not a whole WrestleMania location. We're still kind of waiting on, and I'd love to get that our countdown officially going again. But
you're a gambling man, Jim. Where are you putting your money at?
Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, I think Minnesota. I think Minnesota's losing out more and more each and every passing day.
While they have that loser football team there, they might as well lose out on.
They certainly do.
Oh, Cousin Brian's still here. Sorry.
Cousin Brian says I heard Carolina Jim is taking over SmackDown. That's cool. I don't watch SmackDown.
Could happen.
Prepare for a 4-hour-long SmackDown now.
It's always only one match. He just never gets through all right. So we did have the draft. The WWE draft concluded on.
No, Devin, the draft wasn't in Vegas.
But the WWE draft concluded this past Monday on Monday Night Raw. I do have a breakdown of the full rosters here. Obviously, we won't go over each and every single pick, but a total of 39 superstars changed brands. 20 went from SmackDown to Raw. 12 went from Raw to SmackDown. 4 got called up from NXT to Monday Night Raw. 3 went from NXT to SmackDown. And like I said, if you're on the screen there, you can see the full breakdown. Thoughts on the draft. We'll get to our question of the week, which is draft related. But any thoughts on the draft as it were, guys?
Glad Baron Corbin's back up.
Yeah, it happened. The draft happened.
Sure did.
It is a thing that happened.
Are these aren't in order, right? Of how
these are in order.
Shout out to former guest of the show, Blair Davenport, for getting the call.
Yeah. Last pick to.
You're not gonna say she's last. Christ, we just said she was a guest.
She was the last on.
You don't have to highlight that. Oh, Miss Irrelevant. And you say that's rude.
Well, no, Tegan Knox was Miss Irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, at least Blair Davenport was an actual pick and not a supplemental.
That's a good point.
Like Natty.
The supplemental picks.
Oh shit, we forgot to put Natty somewhere.
Oh man. There we go.
Man, how awful does it feel to be Giovanni Vinci?
Oh yeah.
You get kicked out of Imperium and then you're on SmackDown by yourself.
It's like, yeah, just head over there to SmackDown. Just have fun.
Why don't I get to feud with the guys? They just kicked me out of the get to SmackDown.
Get out of here.
Thankfully, they put Sheamus and Drew McIntyre on the same show, so just snooze through those segments moving
There
forward.
you go.
Go ahead.
It happened. I don't know. This seems so underwhelming. And I saw a lot of people bitching like nobody's moving. Well, if everybody switches from Raw to SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw, it's just
the
Raw
same show
roster
with a
on
different
SmackDown.
color.
It's the same
It
show
would
with
be
different
nice if they would do like a big shakeup every once in a while, though.
I would like to see everybody in the same room the way they've done it like years and years ago, and they like draft them that way. It just feels more.
One where you thought Undertaker was going to kick a hole through the wall.
That's the scene I'm specifically thinking of. Yeah, I want to see everybody together like that, kind of like what they did with NXT. Yeah, the entire NXT roster.
NXT was cool.
That was really cool. I love the NXT call-ups. There's not one that I'm really upset or don't think would make an impact. I love seeing Dijak called up. I've always been a Donovan Dijak guy from like his fucking Ring of Honor days. So that's cool to see him get an opportunity.
Tim loves Ilya Dragunov getting drafted to Raw.
That's great.
He's still, that's why he's not with us. He's still worn down from celebrating.
Absolutely.
He was so excited for our producer disagrees, but yeah, the call-ups are good. I think I think WWE is setting itself up that there's quite a few women that got called up from NXT or drafted from NXT. I hate using the word call up. To where the rumors of a possible mid-card title in the women's division, I think are certainly more than possible now. Which is a good thing.
Never last. Be around for 6 months, and then they'll forget about it.
Certainly possible.
I also feel like it kind of tips the hat to see where like the WWE is on specific wrestlers. So like obviously really hot on Bianca Belair, first person drafted to SmackDown. Obviously really hot for Jade Cargill, being drafted high, and that would have been on Raw to SmackDown. Yeah. So then you see things like AJ Styles, and you're like, yeah, he definitely is in like that part of his career where AJ Styles gets drafted in like the 3rd or 4th round. It's kind of a bummer.
It is,
see, man. They're high on Braun Breaker being picked in the 1st round to go to Raw. Right after SmackDown's like, yeah, Braun Breaker is the hottest thing. We need to keep a hold of him. So good job there with commentary forecasting that. They're really high on Ricochet, which is really cool to see. So the WWE Fast Champion, or whatever the fuck they're calling it, is going to be on Raw. Speed Champion is going to be on Raw. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I saw. I guess Triple H had made a comment, and I guess as part of the media stuff leading up to Backlash this weekend, about how in future seasons or episodes of Speed they want to get the women's division involved as well. I saw somebody comment like, WWE is about to do the funniest thing ever, because like wasn't that like the big catalyst for change within the women's division is that they were only getting 3 minutes, and now we're like making sure they get 3-minute speed matches. But I mean, the speed concept. Have
you watched any of the speed matches?
Yeah, I saw all the first round matches, and then I just ran into vacation, so I kind of forgot about them.
Yeah, it's Ricochet versus Gargano, I believe, in the finals.
I think so. Yeah, so
that should be something.
I mean, it really is a great concept for social media. How successful it'll be, how long the Speed Championship will be around after, after it retains. I actually have enjoyed Corey Graves on solo commentary for them. I think he's done a good job there. So yeah, it's just a matter of being online or remembering to loop back and catch it. If I miss it live.
It's perfect, like you said, for social media. People don't have that attention span. 3 minutes is the right level to get in and get out on a tweet. I enjoy them. I really do. I mean, it is what it is. I can at least digest a 3-minute match.
Sure. Yeah. It's easy in, easy out. Devin says he thinks Punk should have went in the first 2 rounds. It made no sense why he went later.
He's injured.
And
Is
would
that,
have made
I guess, why?
Drew more pissed if he was drafted late. But didn't he go in?
The first pick, I think, was Imperium, right?
He went in round 2 on Monday. He was only eligible on Monday. Round 1 was Imperium and Damage Control to Raw, and then Punk was in the first pick in round 2. It was him and Braun Strowman were the 2 picks for Monday Night Raw in round 2.
Yay, Braun's back.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Speaking of things, it sounds like Eric Rowan is signed with WWE, so I think that probably he will, I would imagine, land in the Uncle Howdy or the like QR
that.
code stuff. What's going to come of that? So it seems like it may be getting closer to fruition. So we will kind of see there. Big Mac checking in with us. What's going on, Big Mac?
Oh, hey, Big Mac.
One of the big things from this draft that was different from previous is the WWE not including the champions in this one. So champions that were on specific brands were protected, not eligible to be picked. Did you like that they did that, or do you think champions? Because I know one of the complaints in the past from people has been, well, if the U.S. champion gets drafted to Raw, we know that the SmackDown's going to just draft the Intercontinental champion or vice versa or whatever. So this kind of avoided that. But then I saw some people saying like, well, what's the point of a draft if you don't have your major players potentially changing shows? So it is kind of a catch-22 for the WWE. Do you guys prefer one over the other, one way over the other?
Yes.
I'm fine with them not drafting the champions. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, I kind of liked it because
I think they should just be free to roam. Honestly.
Yeah, it is kind of strange that in a world where we don't have the red Universal title or the blue Universal title and the SmackDown Tag Champions and the Raw Tag Champions or Raw Women's title, all the titles have their own names, so they don't. Besides the red on the World Tag Team Champions straps, there's nothing that really designates a title to one brand or the other. So yeah, I actually don't necessarily hate the idea of if Cody is gonna, if somebody wants to challenge Cody from Raw, what's stopping them? If somebody wants to challenge Damian Priest from SmackDown, what's stopping? I wouldn't necessarily hate champions being free to roam.
I mean, I assume it's stopping them because they're on a different brand.
Well, yeah, yes, but
it sounds silly, but Wolf Blitzer is not going to show up on Fox News one day and start reporting the news because he's contracted to CNN. Like, that's how that works.
That's fair.
That would be my thought on that.
That's true. Speaking of belts, can we talk about the new tag titles, the new SmackDown or the WWE tag team title belts?
Like Ezekiel, is just going to run in New England and back to Dallas or anything like that. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but he's wearing the number 15 now, so he's just going to suck with a different number.
Oh, you weren't excited for that?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean, he's probably the best running back in the room, which unfortunately doesn't say a whole lot for what's happening in Dallas right now. But they needed a veteran running back.
Oh,
so,
okay.
But they just let all of the other good ones sign elsewhere before they're like, It's like, hey, fatty, you want to come back to Dallas? Cool, great,
get it while you can.
Awesome, yeah. He got paid a couple million, so good for him.
Yeah. Band back together.
Exactly. Where's Dez?
Here's my ultimate thought before we jump off of the talk. Yeah, that's at 9:00 tonight. I didn't know that was a late game. God, people have to work on Fridays.
Yeah, come on,
NBA. Put that as a West Coast game. I guess I just don't see why it's needed anymore. Hello, Luna Kitty.
Hi, Luna Kitty.
The WWE doesn't have to create this false Raw versus SmackDown anymore. There is competition out there with All Elite Wrestling and the resurgence of TNA, if you want to call it that. New Japan's creeping into the United States, or has crept into the United States more. Why do the Raw versus SmackDown bullshit anymore? You have your own NXT brand. Let's let the champions roam how they may roam. You can kind of have Cody typically on Raw and Damian Priest typically on SmackDown, or vice versa, however you need to do it. But what's the point of exclusivity between your wrestlers? I just don't see it anymore.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of my thing is the quote unquote success or failure of a draft, or at least in terms of, you know, actually keeping superstars to the brand they're drafted to or not. Like, you know, we look at the rosters and we see how they play out, and I think that there's a good balance of talent between tag teams, women, singles wrestlers. I think there's a pretty good balance on the two shows. But the success of it's going to depend on how they book it from here on out. Like if and this is the first one, you know, where it really is under the full control of Triple H post draft. Like, is this where we actually have a draft where SmackDown superstars stay on SmackDown unless they're traded? I know there's been rumors that there might be
trade. Mike, no one's reading that fucking novel.
What you said? Rather,
I'm taking it down. That's too much.
It's already
how long would you take to write that?
Rather than just pull a hard line.
It's coming down again.
I'm trying to read. Raw be on Raw, SmackDown be on SmackDown. Let trades happen. Let free agency happen. Let call-ups and send-downs happen. Let's lock in these rosters and make me have to watch SmackDown to see Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of
read it.
That's kind of the point where I was going to. It's can they actually hold the rosters to the rosters unless there is a trade? I've heard rumors that there may be, because the rosters don't lock until Monday.
Jeez.
So so I mean, that was part of the rules, Ryan.
The rosters don't lock on a scripted fucking television show. Hey, let's try this. Let's see if the fans push back and give a shit. If they do, we'll just switch it around again.
So we'll see if there's any trades or anything over the weekend before the rosters do lock on Monday, and then let's see if they actually hold to them. If they do, awesome, cool. We have a booking team that can actually hold to it. If not, what the hell was the point of it?
And who is Roman Reigns to just say, I am undeclaring for the draft? He has no championship. He had a great reign. Who is he to just be like, nope, I don't feel like playing today? How does that happen?
I mean, apparently he can just do it. He's Roman Reigns.
He's not the number one guy. He has no hardware to prove that he's the number one guy. Ridiculous. And that's how you start the draft?
Yeah,
with like the number one guy, according to our producer, just not being eligible.
He's like, I'm not going to do this. I guess he just wants to stay on SmackDown.
Well, then draft him to SmackDown. If he's that important, he'd have been drafted to SmackDown. To just say, I'm so important, I'm not going to get drafted is bullshit. It's stupid. Didn't like that. That's how they fucking decided to start it.
That is how they decided to start it. That was that Monday or Friday? I don't remember. I think it was Monday. producer has a good point. Why change now? Roman was done
because he doesn't have the championship. That all changed when he lost the gold. He has nothing to prove it. Nothing
it's not your yard anymore.
It's not. It's Cody's yard.
It's
Cody's pissing and shitting in this yard.
I did see Scotty's comment. How long until AEW does a draft? I don't think that
probably about 2 minutes.
Probably. Scotty says thoughts on Chelsea Green. Well, I didn't even know that was a thing. Chelsea Green getting an NXT title shot. Absolutely love it.
Former guest of the show.
Good for her. Love it every time. Mike says WWE needs to do the draft on Peacock the Sunday after Backlash, so we roll fresh rosters out on Monday night. I actually don't hate the idea of the draft being its own show, like it's like a special or something like that. Because I think part of what makes it drag or just seem kind of broken up is the fact that it's over 2 nights, 5 hours of regular TV time. It's a good point. If they do, producer says that if they do that, they can't get too easy ratings boost. Did the ratings boost though?
I was say, who's really tuning in for it?
I thought SmackDown was one of the lower rated shows of the year.
Ooh, well,
actually.
There's that. And when you go to Netflix next year, do the draft as a live special on Netflix if you don't want to do it on Peacock either.
You think people are tuning in for that? People bitch about the Hall of Fame. I guess it's a half an hour. Get it done.
I'll say I also think if you do the Hall of Fame as its own broadcast, I honestly think you would get more people. I don't know how many people hop over to the Hall of Fame after SmackDown, but I feel like you could at least probably get the same people who are going to watch the Hall of Fame are going to watch it. The people who aren't, I guess, if you're interested in watching. So SmackDown was down, Raw was up. All right, so you get 1 rating. Charlie says, I think they should do a draft special on Peacock after Bachelor. We just said that. But yeah, on Raw and SmackDown can pick NXT.
All right, Jim, it's Charlie, not Scotty. You don't have to be so aggressive.
And 2 brands have a trade deadline. I actually don't hate the idea of a trade deadline either. I think maybe around if you're going to do it at this time of year between Mania and Backlash, do the trade deadline the Saturday before the Royal Rumble. So then you at least have the Rumble to Mania months. Your rosters, can't change. You're building everything towards WrestleMania, and just do it that way. You got to avoid making it. And that's the hard line. Is how sport do you want to make your product? And so in a way, I think Ryan has a great point of just why are we doing this on a sports entertainment show? Just let people show up. I mean, I think back in when SmackDown first came out, you just had guys on both shows. Sometimes some guys would be more SmackDown heavy, other guys would be more Raw heavy. You just do that as opposed. And then if you want Cody to show up on both shows to sell tickets. Not that the WWE is having trouble selling tickets right now, but if you have a Monday Night Raw that's 2,000 tickets from a sellout, you announce, hey, Cody's going to be on Raw next week. Get that boost. I guess right now you can't really do that. And
then we have to understand that right in the middle of this, and we both said, we kind of like it. And Matt said, former guest of the show, we see Chelsea Green getting drafted from Raw to SmackDown and then getting a goddamn NXT championship opportunity. How does that happen? Why wasn't we didn't have any NXT call downs? I don't want to say a call down. NXT was in the draft. They were losing people left and right. They lost, I think, 10 people.
NXT didn't get their own picks, but there was people from NXT who declared themselves as eligible to be drafted. So they were kind of involved.
So then how does Chelsea Green get a championship opportunity? Who was just drafted exclusively to SmackDown? It's already, they're already not even, it's just,
You're
come
you're
on.
not wrong.
If we're going to do the draft and you're on SmackDown, you're on SmackDown, period. That's it. The end. If you want to see Chelsea Green, you tune into SmackDown.
But was it announced?
Oh, it worked out a deal. Okay, got it. Yep, that makes sense. Right.
And
right. That makes sense.
And I guess
Really
they
on me
made
to question. Trying to apply logic to an illogical situation when it really should just be logical because it's a fucking draft.
Yeah. Does it make a difference that the deal was made before the roster's lock? I don't know.
And why have like random people in the draft war rooms? Like, what the fuck do the Dudley Boys have to do with that? Like, why was Bubba Ray drafting for Raw at the fucking war room?
Why was Bubba Ray?
You could have announcing. He was announcing the picks. He wasn't actually making the picks.
He was in the fucking room, in like the tables, in like the backstage segments with like the one lady with the notepad, like she's really fucking paying attention. What's Teddy Long doing there? Teddy Long ain't making fucking picks.
Looking for a tag team player.
Picks for Raw? That's the more egregious question.
That's a really good point.
Like the guy who is probably the most prominent SmackDown general manager in WWE history is out here making picks.
Do they even still have general managers?
Nick
Pierce and Aldis are like, I don't know if they call them general managers. Maybe they do. Yeah, I guess they do. But yeah, they are the
crap daddy.
They are the authority figures, for lack of a better word, for Raw and SmackDown. But we did have a question of the week.
The 3-count question of the week.
This week, and it is draft related. What were the best and worst picks of the WWE draft? I'll bring the rosters back up here. If you have any thoughts on that, I'll see if anybody on social media did as well. Personally, I love Carmelo Hayes to SmackDown, and I think he had a great match against Cody last week. The worst pick was the Final Testament to Monday Night Raw because they are the Final Testament.
What could the Final Testament do, Jim, to make you give a shit?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What is it about them other than Karrion Kross that you don't like?
I mean,
is Karrion Kross's beef just the fact that he could grow his hair and you cannot?
I mean, I thought he looked better as a bald man. I don't know. AOP doesn't really do it for me.
Okay.
Paul Ellering doesn't do it for me. Scarlett does it for me. But I really don't know if there's anything the Final Testament can do to make me give a shit. I really don't. They are the Lance Archer of Monday Night Raw. Just couldn't give a shit about what they're doing at any point.
Got it.
Worst pick, I would say, is Nia Jax in round 2.
Okay.
Kind of a waste.
Yeah, I'm going to say I thought Liv Morgan that early was a surprise. Who's just coming back and hasn't done anything but thrown a chair at Rhea Ripley. That's not true at all.
Our producer said the worst pick is Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov.
What was Ilya Dragunov supposed to do? He's a natural fit for Raw. He's going to do great on Raw.
He is a natural fit for Raw. He's a better fit for Raw than SmackDown, for sure.
Yes, I agree.
Best pick I would give to DIY going to SmackDown. I think that's going to be a fun tag team to have on that brand.
I like that.
Yeah, and they have Candice and in Indy, so they have their little whatever group, whatever it was called.
How are they called? The Way.
The Way.
And Austin the Roy is over there as well. He had been in The Way.
Oh, that's right, because he's a tag champion, couldn't move.
With
that's right.
With those.
Boy, the worst.
What's Devin's issue with Chelsea Green?
Well, you know.
I
Actually,
really
Chelsea. What did he say?
So the worst has to be Chelsea Green to SmackDown. The best is dragging off to Raw.
Oh, well, Chelsea Green to SmackDown because we don't get to hear Samantha say Chelsea anymore.
Well, that's true.
That's probably what he's upset about.
Is Samantha Irvin going to do both Raw and SmackDown?
Why would she do that? She wasn't drafted.
But Mike Rome's moving from SmackDown to NXT.
So they're just going to fly poor Samantha all over the place. I'm fine with it, actually. She's fantastic.
She's good. She's so good. Maybe they move Alicia Taylor to SmackDown.
I always like the way she said Giovanni Vinci as well.
Yep. She's very good.
Very
good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Charlie has a good point. He said worst is Odyssey.
Who
and
the
he
fuck is Odyssey?
Odyssey Jones, the final Mr. Irrelevant to Monday Night Raw. He was drafted to Raw last year.
Really?
And then literally never appeared and got drafted to Raw again this year.
So good on him.
His finishing move is a falling power slam.
Really?
Okay.
Big ol' Odyssey Jones.
Big Odyssey Jones.
Huh.
Charlie says if they have people in the war room, it should be Bruce or Hayes or Road Dogg. Guys,
dude, you love Bruce so fucking much.
He does.
I've never seen somebody love Bruce Pritchard more than old Chuck.
Now, Charlie, when you bought your Blue Chew, did you use Bruce's code, Tony's code, or Bischoff's code? That's all I want to. All 3 different email addresses, 3 different Blue Chew codes.
Who is the Raw tag? Is there a women's tag team champions? Or is that still a thing?
The women's tag champions are
Damage Control, right?
They are Damage Control.
Is this
so
still
they could have gotten
the Kabuki Warriors. So they are on Raw.
They're on Raw now from Smash. So that championship could get drafted.
That championship can be on. I guess it's just now.
Don't justify it, Jim.
Well, no, I don't, because
the champions couldn't get drafted. You said that a couple of minutes ago, and you said you really liked that.
They had declared like Cody, Logan. Okay, there we go. Women's tag titles can be defended.
So the producer bailed you out.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
That makes sense. Fucking bullshit.
Charlie said because promo code wrestle because promo code 3 count didn't work. Yeah, we're still working on that.
Yeah, we tried.
How we haven't gotten a Blue Chew? Well, everybody has a Blue Chew.
We probably just have to email them like, "Hey, can we use Blue Chew promo code 3 count?" And they'd be like, "Bet." Is that what
well, we'd also have to misspell Blue Chew in the hashtag every time we use it. That's marketing.
That is marketing.
That's how marketing works.
That's how I know it to work.
People don't know that. All right, let's. Any other thoughts on the draft?
Yeah, it was the greatest draft they've ever done.
Thank you, Rob. I knew you'd come around. I knew you would see. I knew you would see it the way you're supposed to see it.
You just you beat me down. I just submit.
It's the way it works. It's the way it works. Charlie says, there we go. We'll have to throw the email over there. Charlie says he brings up Bruce because outside of kayfabe, we know he's part of the backstage team.
Yes, but kayfabe,
you'd probably be surprised how many
that JBL is part of the Raw team as well.
You would also probably be shocked to learn how many wrestling fans don't know that Bruce Pritchard is part of the backstage team.
Bruce Pritchard?
Okay. Bruce Pritchard. BluesChew.com.
I mean, I'd most rather see an agent in that role that we see running out like a Jamie Noble or a Shane Helms,
Jordan, something like
in that moment in the war room and delivering the picks rather than the Dudley Boys or some. Oh, we just saw him in Philly because the Philly ECW. Let's bring him back.
Like
that's just my take on it, and I don't know. Just my take.
And that's why I almost do kind of wish that you would have it be its own special. Like I just trolling out.
No, they can't. Producer's getting fucking snippy tonight, and I'm not really loving it. I am not gonna lie. I don't know what bug crawled up the producer's ass tonight, but something's going on.
2 weeks with
I'm so sorry. What was that?
You like the producer the last couple of weeks that just like put up links and shit.
No, the host the last couple of weeks were really good.
The host was.
The host was really solid.
Tim did
producer
a great
did
job.
A good job too. The producer did a good job too.
Tim did a great job.
We tuckered Tim out.
We did it. He got tired. Does that trigger the?
No, I'm not going to say it. He's fucking begging for it. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you can't ask for it to happen.
Yeah,
when did Braun Strowman return? Like, how did I just like miss that from
literally on Monday?
Okay,
look.
I saw he has a brand new like Funko Pop too.
Well,
really?
Yeah, I took care of it.
One.
I don't know why Charlie said host this company.
I don't know either, but now I kind of want one.
We can both play it.
Speaking of like baked treats, we went over to Roots Market on Tuesday and we bought formerly known as Miriam's whoopie pies. They were fucking terrible.
What? I just had them 2 weeks ago. They were fantastic.
They were fucking horrible.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Well, they sat in the fucking sun and cooked all day, you dumbass.
Mark tells us to go outside.
No.
No, Mark wouldn't tell you to do that.
No, he wouldn't. You got to get them inside. It's
whoopie pies in general is a terrible fucking pastry. Just overall.
What?
It's awful. I'm not a whoopie pie fan. Never have been.
That shocks me. Although you are the thinnest of the group.
And they were infinitely better.
Stouffer's?
Yeah.
Oh, Jim.
I'll tell Mark.
I would get baked goods from Stouffer's before I would get them from Roots.
Oh, I'm sure
they're climate controlled.
Yeah, but so is the buildings inside.
Yeah.
Are they? Producer's not a whoopie pie guy either. The Rob sub was delicious.
Inferior treat. If I'm using my calories on a treat, a whoopie pie is a waste.
The Meadow tea from the
Meadow tea's just Amish piss in a fucking jug.
No, you're thinking of Pine View Dairy diet.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Jeez, man, Ryan, you're on
it. Charlie's on board too.
Oh, fuck you all, Shane McMahon.
The best in the
What is this?
I didn't know you
Lancaster County. How you not a fucking whoopie pie guy?
I like whoopie pies.
Are you a shoe fly pie guy?
A shoe fly whoopie pie guy?
No, just shoe fly pie in general.
I can eat a shoe fly pie. I can eat a slice of a shoe fly pie. Let me rephrase that.
Okay. I've never really been into the Lancaster County baked goods like that they're famous for.
I mean, I like whoopie pies. Well, it's like we heard it. He heard his fucking bat signal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're almost done with this episode.
Oh, he got the booklet you got him when you were down in Disney. No, make him big picture for me.
Oh, no, turn that off. We're gonna get fucking shadow banned.
Makes no difference who you is.
Dude, he's late to the show because he ruined the attic to find that fucking hat.
I'm shocked that the mayor of Hershey, Pennsylvania has so much Disney stuff.
Today. Did he? I was just reading up on my Magic Kingdom on Ice. From 1983.
I swear to God.
1983.
It's a good year.
I dig deep in the attic for this one.
I wasn't even born yet.
Mark, you were late. Ryan was trying to fight the whoopie pie battle by himself.
Look at this comment.
Everyone else
Charlie
agrees it's absolute garbage.
Whoopie pies are trash.
No, Mark, maybe we screwed up, but when do you get the indoor whoopie pies or the outdoor whoopie pies?
That's a great question, Jim. Really a great question. Great question. I get them both because I'm hardcore. It don't matter if it's inside, don't matter if it's outside this time of year. I'll take them both.
Mark, we got them on Tuesday. At Roots. When you weren't there, apparently.
No, I was there. Let me tell you what.
I don't fucking believe it.
I got a handshake from Cleveland. How y'all doing today? At Cleveland, the Roots security guard Matt was pulling double duty. He was delivering the mail.
Are you serious?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I made a little song about it.
No, we're not doing
Go,
it.
Mark.
Oh, Cleveland will deliver the mail.
Nope, you got to tune in Tuesday to hear that song.
Yeah.
Tune in next Tuesday.
Tune in on Tuesday.
Hold on to that song. We got to have a hook to bring them back.
So, Mark, you buy your whoopie pies that have been sitting out in the sun for hours and eat them?
But I would eat them, but you got to get there early so they ain't sitting in the sun, okay?
We got there before lunch. Before lunch, we got the outdoor whoopie pies. The chocolate might as well have tasted like a hot cake of manure. They were fucking terrible.
Does the sun come up before lunch, Jim? Yes.
Yeah.
Those fuckers have been cooking since 7 a.m.
Jesus,
This
were
isn't
terrible.
on you thing, my guy. This is you.
Well, the Roots expert didn't. The Roots expert didn't tell me.
You didn't eat them right there either, because the smell of the rancid bones from across the way kind of nauseates you as well.
Oh yeah, no, we got the whoopie pies and got out of there quick. We had to avoid the guy selling the Trump flags too.
That's a darn nice
he was
poster.
there.
Yeah,
you see that nice poster?
That's a darn.
How was that not hanging up in your estate?
That poster is probably worth a fucking.
It probably is.
Good amount of money.
It's
1983.
Irwin Feld and Kenneth Feld present Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom on ice.
On ice.
I believe the Felds are still the people that produced that show.
Well, I'll tell you what, they look pretty good in the photos here.
Feld Entertainment.
The Felds.
Charlie says he had a Guinness whoopie pie and it was aight.
Now, well, see, he went to the sweet spot. That ain't Vernon.
Yeah, I'm not a boozy pie guy myself.
Yeah,
I'm not into the boozy pies.
Did you ever have the Mountain Dew one, Ryan?
No, I'm not into any of that shit.
Oh, come on.
I just like the plain chocolate, which is no surprise if you really know me.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if I'm feeling adventurous, I'd get a red velvet one, but that's as far as I'm pushing it.
Which is basically just dyed chocolate.
Red chocolate, yes.
I remember when Smokey wore red velvet. God, he looked good in that dress.
Yeah, they wrote a song about that, right? Red velvet.
Red velvet.
Good Lord. And then you forget you eat it and take a shit the next day. Like, oh my
that
God.
Alana Miles song, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Send your hate tweets to RYN Eagle. RY Eagle. Excuse me.
Would you
RY Eagle.
RY Eagle.
Which isn't any of us.
Yeah,
all right. Let's go real quick here. We do have a premium live event or a pay-per-view, however you want to call it. Not going to judge. This Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France. It is WWE Backlash. Only 5 matches as of right now. Not sure if anything will get added on SmackDown tomorrow night. But let's start with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens taking on the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, Ryan.
It's going to really be a barn burner here. I'm going to go with the Bloodline 2.0.
All right, Matt.
I will also go with the Bloodline.
Intern Mark.
Well, Indy just took my magical cap, Jim, so I don't know if I'm thinking straight. He took my cap and ran out the room.
Good.
You did. It's gone. My cap.
Good. I believe that.
Holy cats.
She's a good little bitch.
I ain't got no magic balls to look into now. I'm not a sorcerer anymore, Jim. I got to go with the Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah, I think it's the Bloodline as well. Devin agrees. He thinks it's the Bloodline.
Yeah.
All right, then we go to a tag team match for the women's tag team titles. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, defending against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Ryan.
Well, in our first interpromotional match, we see Raw contracted wrestlers battling SmackDown contracted wrestlers.
Rosters aren't locked on Saturday, Ryan.
Fucking stupid. Bianca and Jade.
All right, Matt.
Stomp the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, it's not even going to be competitive. Bianca and Jade.
Mark.
I think they put that rocket ship on Jade Carmax and she's taking one half of them women's tag team titles.
Yeah. I think this match is going to be 8 minutes tops. It's going to be all Belair, all Cargill. This is going to be, it's an easy one. Devin has Bianca and Cargill as well. Then we go triple threat match for the women's championship. Bayley defending against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton, Ryan.
Yeah, Bayley retains.
All right, Matt.
Bayley retains.
All right, Mark.
I too think Bailiff will retain. Now, Indy's back without my cap, Jim. She hit it. She buried it in the backyard.
She probably put it on one of Kirby's pee pads.
Well, you know.
Well,
he's a good little boy.
Yeah, Bayley retains. I'll be curious to see who eats the pin, though. Probably Stratton. All right, then we go singles match for the World Heavyweight title. Damian Priest defending against Jey Uso, Ryan.
Is that main event Jey Uso?
That is, well, I don't know if it's got a main event. Probably not going to main event.
Well, then it's not going to be Jey Uso, is it?
I guess not. No yeet.
No yeet.
All right, Matt.
No yeet doesn't win if it's not main event.
All right, Mark.
Jey Uso. Did you see Jey Uso granted his first Make-A-Wish this week?
I did not.
That's why he was my number one.
Nice.
He made a very ill child wanted.
Yeah, but we don't talk about these picks anymore on the show, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to say no yeet.
All right. Yeah, I have no yeet as well. Damian Priest retains. Devin says, Damian, I missed Devin's pick on the last match.
You barely got it in there.
I barely got it in there. Barely got it in.
I don't know how you can miss Big Dick.
Well, I wasn't looking at the ground, Mark. All right. Then last one, singles match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes defending against Lil Spoon, AJ Styles. Ryan.
This Backlash card sucks. Cody Rhodes retains.
Matt.
Yeah, I would be shocked. 0% chance AJ Styles wins.
Lock that 0% in.
0.0.
There it is.
0.0.
Mark.
Mark, do you know what movie that quote's from?
That was Pulp Fiction. I had no idea it was from
Ryan,
movie.
do you know?
Mr. Woodcock?
Oh, for God's sake.
The Pick of Destiny?
Please refresh the page.
Yep, see, you two broke it. The board is so upset.
The board's pissed.
All right, Mark, guess again. We can keep guessing.
All right, Mr. Holland's Opus.
That's actually it. How did you know?
Yeah, third guess.
Is it dirt?
Is it what?
Happy Gilmore. Dirty Work.
Oh my God.
Billy Madison.
Just
you guys are you guys just fucking around, or do you really not know?
What do you think you're doing here, Matthew?
I believe Mark really doesn't know. I think you're messing around.
Yeah, it's
the whole thing.
It is not another team movie. That was my next guess.
My God.
I mean, it might have been spoofed in not another team movie, right?
Probably was, I would bet.
Remember that time Smokey got spoofed in the hallways at school?
I sure do. I'm surprised you remember that since you didn't go to school with us.
Well,
a little weird.
Mark was the one spoofing him.
I was giving him a little bit of spoof.
Mark just snuck out of the bathroom.
Yes, I'm here just for the spoofing.
Mark pops out and goes,
Hiya, Puddin'.
I just said, hiya, Puddin'.
I mean, at that point, Mark probably would have been like, what, late 20s?
That was my late 20s.
Mark was probably graduating when the movie came out.
Probably.
Was it Wayne's World?
Oh, my God.
Maybe you were a little bit younger then. Mark, what year did you graduate?
1992.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Then you were younger than this.
Class of 92.
I was wrapping up first grade.
No way.
First grade. In 1990.
I was still living in Delaware at the time.
Holy
I was not a Lititz resident.
You know what Della? You know what Della decided to wear?
Oh my God.
Well, New Jersey, of course.
Mark, did you pick Cody and AJ?
It's got to be Cody Rhodes.
All right. Yeah,
Ain't no misbehaving.
I got Cody. Devin's got Cody. Yeah, this pay-per-view feels very, very chalk to me.
It is not listed as one of the movies parodied in Not Another Teen Movie.
That surprises me.
Now, what movie was it?
I guess they didn't really
The Karate Kid.
College movies in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah,
so.
it was Animal House.
It was.
Oh, Animal House.
I mean, Mark, that would have been like a popular movie when you were graduating high school.
Yeah, we didn't have HBO. I didn't see it. Look how Tron gets a 2-page spread in here. Tron was big.
Look at that.
Tron was big. Tron
Still is big.
Big. Tron is big.
I have a whole ride for it at the parks, Mark.
Charlie says, aren't I glad I left Disney for this nonsense? Absolutely. I don't think we could have afforded another week at Disney.
Smokey, look at Kathy Ann Schmelz.
Well, you can't get away with pictures like that anymore.
Oh, boy.
Man, I didn't realize this was a pop-up book.
We got to get off the air real quick before we get fucking.
God, yeah. Anything else? Is anybody have anything else, or are we just running?
Just
running for the exits as quickly as possible.
Well,
get out as quick as possible.
I got a couple things. First of all, if you're going to be driving, and there's a center lane that has the yellow line and then the broken yellow line, that means you can pull in there to make a left turn. You don't have to come to a hard stop in the lane that's going to continue to flow forward. You get in that lane, then you can brake and make your left turn. And secondly, it's the long skidding pedal that's on the right side, Grandma Molasses. Okay, I was behind you coming home again tonight. I'm hoarse from yelling at you. I rolled down my window and I yelled, "Get off the road, Grandma Molasses!" And I wish I was lying, but I'm not. I was very upset because I had to get here and get on this podcast. Okay, I had a lot to do. We had Montana called off. We were running short-staffed. Mikey hurt his back. And I got Grandma Molasses out there driving. She don't know which pedal to press. Matt, you don't know what shit. Take that back. Grandma Molasses.
Stop that.
Stop that.
All right, that's gonna wrap us up for this week. Thank you, Devin. Best thing you said.
I'm feeling better, Devin.
That's barely the best thing you've said on this show, Devin. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at 3 Count Thursday. You can get us on all podcast platforms and our YouTube channel as well. Like and subscribe wherever you can. Rate and review the show wherever you can. Tell your friends about the show. We would certainly appreciate that as well. Get our merchandise over at tpublic.com. And until the Tuesday podcast, we're back live next week. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.